Family, Shabbat Shalom. It's Ghetto. Hope all is well. I know all is well, excuse me, because, you know, it's a beautiful day that the Lord has made. Let us rejoice and be glad in it. Um, we're going to do Genesis 10 today for the Bible study gang. See how much further we get besides that. Uh, yeah, I'll leave it there, you know. It's Shabbat, man. Book of Genesis, King James Version, chapter 10. Now, these are the generations of the sons of Noah: Shem, Ham, and Japheth. And unto them were sons born after the flood. The sons of Japheth: Gomer, and Magog, and Madai, and Javan, and Jubal, and Tubal, and Meshech, and Taras. Japheth, Gomer, Magog, Javan. These are some funny people. Anyway, and the sons of Gomer: Ashkenaz, Riphath, and Togarmah. Ashkenaz. Strong's H813. Ashkenaz. Ashkenaz. The Ashkenazim. The Ashkenazim. Anyway. And the sons of Javan: Elisha, and Tarshish, and Kittim, and Dodanim. By these were the isles of the Gentiles, divided in their lands. By these were the isles of the Gentiles, divided in their lands. And everyone after his tongue, after their families and their nations. So these are the isles of the Gentiles. Got it. And the sons, so Gomer, Ashkenaz, Riphath, Togarmah, Elisha, Tarsh, Kittim, Dodanim, Gentiles. Okay, I just wanted to make sure that's what it said. And the sons of Ham. Listen, man, I'm sorry. I'm just a little silly. Sons of Ham: Cush, and Mizraim, and Phut, and Canaan. And the sons of Cush: Sheba, Havilah, Sabta, Rama, and the Septica. And the sons of Rama: Sheba and Dedan. Sheba and Dedan, sons of Rama. Why you keep saying it like that, Ghetto? What's wrong with you? I don't know, man. I just be wanting to throw my elbow out sometimes. Let's read this real fast. Let's read this really fast. I be just throwing my elbow out sometimes. Forgive me. Ramayana, the Indian epic, also known as the Ramakien and the Ramayana. Ravana, the many-headed demon king, detailed from a painting of the Ramayana, circa 1720, in the Cleveland Museum of Art. Ramayana, shorter of the two epic poems of India, the other being the Mahabharata, the epic of the Bharata dynasty. The Ramayana was composed in Sanskrit. Check that out soon. Probably not before 300 BCE by the poet Valmiki. And in its present form consists of 24,000 couplets divided into 7 books. So this is Rama. This is Rama right here. Let me zoom in on this. See this brother, these dark skinned brother. Oh, come on. Y'all playing with me right now. As soon as I zoom in, y'all put the thing over Rama. Y'all ain't they funny? They don't want you to see that Rama was a dark-skinned blue-black man. Blue-black brother. Blue-black brother. Look at that blue-black brother right there, Rama. Can I? All right, cool. Let me see. Look at that. Rama. Look at that. Rama, Sita, and Lakshmi. No, I don't want to do that. What did it do that for? Oh, no, no, no. Anyway, I wanted the picture. That's very interesting. So, the poem describes the royal birth of the god Rama in the kingdom of Ayodhya or Yuda. In the kingdom of Uda, the kingdom of Uda, Yuda, the kingdom of Yuda, the kingdom of Yuda, the kingdom of Yuda. Yo, Ghetto, why you keep saying it like that? Kingdom of Yuda. What's so? Oh, the kingdom of Yuda, the kingdom of Yuda, the kingdom of Yuda, the kingdom of Yuda. Yehuda is noun root of Yuda, to thank or to praise. Judah, fourth son of the patriarch of the son patriarch, is the fourth son of the patriarch Jacob and his first wife Leah, and his full brothers are Reuben, Simeon, and Levi, and Issachar and Zebulon, and he has one full sister, Dinah. Through his father, he has also 6 half brothers: Dan, Naphtali, Gad, whose mother is Bilhah, Gad, and Asher, whose mother is Zilpah, Joseph and Benjamin, whose mother is Rachel. Me being an island boy, you know what I mean? Me Benjamin, me had a wolf pack. Me had a wolf pack. Following his birth, Judah's next appearance is Genesis 37, when he and his brothers cast Joseph into a pit out of jealousy after Joseph approaches them flaunting a coat of many colors while they are working in a field. It is Judah who spots a caravan of Ishmaelites coming towards them on its way to Egypt and suggests that Joseph be sold to the Ishmaelites rather than killed. Judah marries Eliath, daughter of Shua, a Canaanite. In Genesis chapter 38, Judah and his wife have 3 children, Onan, and Shelah. Marries Tamar, come on now, but God kills him because he was wicked in his sight. Tamar becomes Onan's wife. Onan, in accordance with custom, but he too is killed after he refuses to father children for his other brother's childless widow and spills his seed instead. Disgusting brother. Although Tamar should have married Shelah, the remaining brother, Judah, did not consent. And in response, Tamar deceives Judah into having intercourse with her by pretending to be a lady of the night. I'll be nice today. When Judah discovers that Tamar is preggo, he prepares to have her offed. That is what it says. But recants and confesses when he finds out that he is the papa. Tamar is the mother of twins, Perez and Serah. The former is the patrilineal ancestor of the Meshiach, according to the book of Ruth. Meanwhile, Joseph rises to a position of authority in Egypt. 20 years after being betrayed, he meets his brothers again without recognizing him. The youngest brother, Benjamin, had remained in Canaan with Jacob. So Joseph takes Simeon hostage and insists that the brothers return with Benjamin. Judah offers himself to Jacob as surety for Benjamin's safety and manages to persuade Jacob to let him take Benjamin to Egypt. When the brothers return, Joseph tests them by demanding the enslavement of Benjamin. Judah pleads for Benjamin's life, and Joseph reveals his true identity. Before he passes away, Jacob blesses Judah. Jacob blesses Judah as his lead heir, stating that his brothers shall bow down before you and that he shall hold the ruler's staff. So that's why some people want to carry on like they Judah today. Some people say I'm Judah. I don't know. Could be. I don't know. I know I have family that's from the islands. So according to the some people's 12 tribe chart, would that be Benjamin? Mm. Do I have Native American ancestry as well? Yep. So I guess that would be some Judah, right? Right. And it's like, well, Ghetto, what if your ancestors were the Indians that were initially in America and then taken to the sugar plantations? Ooh, that's a good question. So they could be Judah. Let's see. Mm-mm-mm. Yuda, 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 Huda, Iodia, 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 Judea, Judea, Iodea, 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 Judea. His tutelage under the sage Vishvamitra and his success in bending Shiva's mighty bow at the bridegroom tournament of Sita, the daughter of the king Janaka, thus winning her for his wife. After Rama is banished from his position as heir to the kingdom through a palace intrigue, he retreats to the forest with his wife and his favorite half-brother, Lakshmana, to spend 14 years in exile. There, Ravana, the demon king of Lanka, carries off Sita to his capital, where her two protectors are busy pursuing a golden deer sent to the forest to mislead them. Sita resolutely rejects Ravana's intentions, and Rama and his brother set out to rescue her. After numerous adventures, they enter into an alliance with Sugriva, king of the monkeys, the monkey king. And with the assistance of the monkey general Hanuman, and Ravana's own brother Vibhishana, they attack Lanka. Rama slays Ravana and rescues Sita, who undergoes an ordeal by fire in order to clear herself of suspicions of infidelity. When they return to Ayodhya, however, Rama learns that the people still question the queen's chastity, and he banishes her to the forest. There she meets the sage Valmiki, the reputed author of the Ramayana, and at his hermitage gives birth to Rama's two sons. The family is reunited when the sons come of age, but Sita, after again protesting her innocence, plunges into the earth. Her mother, who receives her, her mother into the earth, her mother who receives her and swallows her up. Interesting. So you have this woman who is tempted but avoids the temptation, or at least says she does, and she's tested by fire and passes the test, but the people still think that she is not telling the truth, so she's banished to a forest, and in this forest she meets a man who's the author of the Ramayana, Valmiki, and in his hermitage gives birth to Rama's two sons, and at his hermitage, so they didn't even have intercourse. So at his so at his house, I don't understand. A habitation of a hermit or a group of hermits. A hermit is not somebody who touches anybody. A hermit, one who has withdrawn from society and lives in solitary existence. A recluse, a cookie made with a person who retires from society and lives in solitude. One who so lives from religious motives. So it's very likely that they did not have intercourse, but yet she had she had these two sons. Sound like anything? I don't know. Okay. Rama. She I'm just listen, guys, I'm just reading. And Cush begat Nimrod. He began to be a mighty one in the earth. Mm-mm-mm. Now, the story of Nimrod is very interesting For those who know, for those who understand, for those who have understanding, the story of Nimrod is very, very interesting. Nimrod was a mighty hunter. Nimrod tried to build the Tower of Babel. So he and those who understand that the concept of Babel, babbling, is to not be able to communicate one with another, right? So in punishment for building the Tower of Babel, Nimrod's tower is crushed. He himself is not killed. He restarts another kingdom not too far away from the tower, but his people are scattered and their languages are all changed, and many of them slay one another because they have changed languages and they can't understand each other. And in the frustration and confusion, they all begin to slay one another. Some escape that and scatter. Many perish. Many perish. And Nimrod himself survives. Because it said that he had the clothes of Adam, the clothes that Adam was given when he was banished from the garden, which are alleged to give him some ability to have dominion over the animals and over other people. But we'll get into those things, man. We'll get it. We just digging, man. We just chilling. He was a mighty hunter before the Lord, wherefore it is said, even as Nimrod, the mighty hunter before the Lord. Verse Genesis 10:10. And in the beginning of his kingdom was Babel and Erech and Akkad and Calneh in the land of Shinar. Oh, look, you know what? Let me play this real quick for somebody try to hit us with one of those BSs. We back, family. Just wanted to make sure I put that fair use out there, just in case. So we continuing on. Out of that land went forth ashore and builded Nineveh, excuse me, and the city of Rehoboth and Calah. Genesis 10:12. And Rezin between Nineveh and Calah, the same is a great city. And Mizraim begat Ludim and Anamim and Lebahim and Naphtahim and Pathruzim and Kazluhim, out of whom came Philistine, the Philistines, and Caphtorim and Canaan begat Sidon, his firstborn, and Heth, and the Jebusite, and the Amorite, and the Girgasite. So Canaan made the Jebusites and the Amorites and the Girgasite. That's serious drop right there. The Jebusites, the Jebus, they were living around Palestine for a while. And the Hivite, and the Arkite, and the Sinite, and the Arvadite, and the Zamorite, and the Hamatite. And afterward were the families of the Canaanites spread abroad, and the broader of the Canaanites was from Sidon. And as thou comest to Gerar unto Gaza, as thou goest unto Sodom and Gomorrah, and Admah, and Zeboim, and even unto Lasha, these are the sons of Ham, after their families, after their tongues, in their countries and in their nations. Unto Shem also, the father of all children of Eber, the brother of Japheth the elder, even to him were children born. The children of Shem, Elam, and Asher, and Arphashad, and Lud, and Aram, and the children of Aram, Us, and Hul, and Gether, and Mosh, and Arphashad begat Selah, and Selah begat Eber. So Arphashad is Eber's granddaddy. The children of Shem, Elam, and Ashur, and Arphashad, and Lud, and Aram. So this is how the children of Eber are. Shemites, not the children of Gopher and Javon and Japheth, children of Shem. You Elamites, Asher's children, Arphashad, Lud, and Aram. They're all of Shem. They're all Shemites. But they're not of Eber. Oh, what does that mean? Who's Eber? Who's Eber? Who's Eber? Eber. Hebrew, or Eber, the opinion, also meaning the feathers. Oh no, he didn't go there. How dare he say that? How dare he say that? Eber. Oh, what did I just do? I'm so sorry. Ibra. Opinion. Ibra. Opinion. Feminine. Transliteration. Ibra. Opinion. Feminine of Eber. Definition. Opinion. What is opinion? What are opinions? He carried them on. He carried them on his pinions. Them carried them on her wings. Carried over his pinions. Feathers? Who wears feathers? With silver and its pinions with glistening. With silver and her feathers with yellow. Feathers. Who wears feathers? Don't get me started. Feathers. What you talk about? Eber feathers? See, Eber. Let me make sure this is big. Opinion. Eber. Ebra is the feminine. Feathers. Wings. Feathers. Who wears feathers, family? We don't get to run from this. We don't get to run from this. No. We don't get to run from this. We not running from this no more, man. We not running from this no more, man. We not running from this no more. We not running from this no more, man. We not running from this no more, man. We not running from this no more, man. We not doing it. We not doing it. We not doing it. Looking beautiful with all them pinions on. Looking like the people of Eber. Talk to me, man. Who beautiful grandmother is this with all this pinions? Huh? Look at that. Look at this Ebra right here. Female of Eber right here. Talk to me nice, man. Talk to me nice, man. Let's talk. Let's talk. So in New Orleans, they do this, right? These are New Orleans people. Oh, listen, man. I don't like to play with it. I just do my thing. I just do my thing. Forgive me, parental discretion is advised with this next set of pictures because my American sisters is a little more vulgarious. My sisters on the mainland is a little more vulgarious, but you see the feathers, the feathers, the feathers, the feathers, and these women representing these different countries that they come from. I see Jamaica, I see Haiti flags, and I see feathers all around. I see Trinidad flags, and I see feathers all around. Is it supposed to be a Cuba flag or a St. Lucia or St. Thomas flag? I see feathers all around. So this is New York. So what we talking about? I see feathers all around. So New York, feathers. What about so that was I see feathers all around. I see feathers all around. I see feathers all around. Forgive again the little vulgarities, but I think a very serious point needs to be made right now. I see feathers all around. Lovely. Beautiful. In Arfashad begat Selah, Selah begat Eber. Mm? Eber, 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 Eber. Because again, Strong's Concordance, Eber, feathers, wings, feathers. Psalm 68:13 with silver in her feathers with yellow. Silver glistening pinions of gold. He will cover you with his pinions. He shall cover thee with his feathers. Genesis 10:25 and Eber were born two sons, and the name of one was Peleg, for in his days the earth was divided. So then we could get into the conversation of Pangea and the one connected world. Oh, I was showing mad pictures just there. Give us a break. Give me a second, guys. All right, gang. So we back. Just to, don't want no copyright strikes for all the pictures. And Eber were born two sons. One was Peleg, for in his day the earth was divided, and his brother's name was Joktan. And Joktan begat Almadad and Shaleth and Hazarmaveth and Jerah. So these, my friends, would be Hebrews. This is what it is. Because they are of Eber, right? All right. And Hadaram, and Uzel, and Daikel, and Obal, and Abimael, and Sheba. Sheba. Mm-mm-mm. We gonna dig. I'll keep going for right now. And Ophir and Havilah and Jobab, all these were the sons of Joktan, and their dwelling was from Mesha. And that as thou goest on to Sephar, a mount of the east, these are the sons of Shem, after their families, after their tongues, in their lands, after their nations. These are the families of the sons of Noah, after their generations, in their nations, and by these were the nations divided in the earth after the flood. So we're talking about a post-diluvian world. We're talking about a after the deluge world. We're not talking about an antediluvian world, as my man Ignatius Connolly excellently writes about in his Atlantis book, which is, oh, we're going to get into that, talk about an antediluvian world. No, we're talking about a post-diluvian world. We're talking about a world after the deluge, after the flood, after the waters subside. These are the families of the sons of Noah after their generations. Genealogy is so important. In their nations, and by these were the nations divided in the earth after the flood. My Lord. Universal language, babble, confusion. And so we see already the earth had been divided into languages and nations because this is the time of Peleg. But yet we have this ambitious man or this ambitious family who wants to be able to rid the world of said confusion, or at least his world, because his world may not be the whole world as we know it. Genesis 11:1, and the whole earth was of one language and one speech. This man is nice with it. And it came to pass as they journeyed from the east that they found a plain in the land of Shinar, and they dwelt there. And they said one to another, go to, let us make brick and burn them thoroughly. And they had brick for stone, and slime had they for mortar. And he said, go to, let us build a city and a tower whose top may reach unto heaven, and let us make us a man. And then let's make us a name. Excuse me. I'm jumped out my seat with that one. Lest we be scattered abroad the face of the whole earth. Let us make a name, lest we be scattered upon the face of the whole earth. So they were trying to create a unified body, a unified group. And the Lord came down to see the city and the tower, which the children of men builded. And the Lord said, behold, the people is one, and they have all one language. And this they begin to do, and now nothing will be restrained from them, which they have imagined to do. Go to, let us go down, and therefore confound their language, that they may not understand one another's speech. So the Lord scattered them abroad from thence upon the face of the earth, and they left off to build the city. Therefore the name of it called Babel, because the Lord did there confound the language of all the earth, and from thence did the Lord scatter them abroad upon the face of the earth. So Nimrod's kingdom of Babel was shattered. Descendants of Shem. These are the descendants of Shem. Shem was 100 years old and begat Arphaxad 2 years after the flood. And Shem lived after he begat Arphaxad 500 years and begat sons and daughters. And Arphaxad lived 35 years and begat Selah. And Arphaxad lived after he begat Selah 403 years and begat sons and daughters. And Selah lived 30 years and begat Eber. And Selah lived after he begat Eber 403 years and begat sons and daughters. Man, long living. And Eber lived 430 years and begat Peleg, because in his day the earth was divided, so he was named thus. And Eber lived after he begat Peleg 430 years and begat sons and daughters. And Peleg lived 30 years and begat Reu. I'm just playing. Forgive me, guys. I am going crazy. And Peleg lived after he begat Reu 209 years and begat sons and daughters. And Reu lived 230 years and begat Serug. Serug. And Reu lived after he begat Serug 207 years and begat sons and daughters. And Serug lived 30 years and begat Nahor. And Serug lived after he begat Nahor 200 years and begat sons and daughters. And Nahor lived 920 years and begat Terah. And Nahor lived after he begat Terah and 119 years and begat sons and daughters. And Terah lived 70 years and begat Abram. So Terah or Terah begat Abram, who becomes Abraham, who we get the Abrahamic religions, Christianity, Judaism, Al-Islam, Abraham. His father named Terah. Why you keep Torah? Why do you keep saying that? What's going on with you, Ghetto? Because, man, we got to listen. We got to deal with some things. All right? I'm not even going to go crazy. I'm just going to go right back to Wikipedia. Because for what? Why drive myself crazy? Torah. Instruction, teaching, or law. My father's name Torah. He's going to teach me the law. This book is the words of my fathers. These books are the words of my fathers. The Torah is the words of my father. Y'all don't hear me though. That's a bit of a stretch. The Torah, also known as the Pentateuch, or the 5 books of Moses by Christians, is also known as the written Torah. This is the written Torah. So what was the verbal Torah? What was the verbal teaching? What was the verbal law? Was it actually the words of the Father to Abram? Y'all don't hear me. It is also known as the written Torah, Torah Sebekitav. In rabbinical Jewish tradition, it is meant for liturgic purposes. It takes the form of a Torah scroll, Hebrew Sefer Torah. If in bound book form, it is called the Chumash, and it is usually printed with the rabbinic commentaries or the Perushim. In the rabbinic literature, the word Torah or Torah denotes both the 5 books and the oral Torah that is spoken. Who spoke the Torah? It has also been used, however, to designate the entire Hebrew Bible. The oral Torah consists of interpretations and amplifications, which, according to rabbinic tradition, have been handed down from generation to generation, or from father to son, and are now embodied in the Talmud and Midrash. Yeah, all right, we'll get it. We'll get to that Talmud stuff. We'll get there. We'll talk about it. Rabbinic traditions understanding. I love this. You know what? We also got to get into a conversation and understanding of the different forms of Judaism, because this is talking about rabbinical Judaism. Rabbinical Judaism was not around until after the time of the Caesars taking over and creating it. You have Flavius Josephus and Flavian Josephus, who worked along with the Flavian family to create the rabbinical Judaism system, which would take over after this group of Caesars, or this ruling family, took over the Hebrews, the Israelites, Judah, Manasseh, Daniel, Simeon. They took everybody. They took over all the families. And they came out with their own books and their own works. Oh, we're gonna get into some stuff, gang. I'm not gonna go too far ahead into that, so y'all can call me crazy for today. But in due time, I hope I can change your mind. Uh, rabbinical Judaism is not the only type of Judaism. There's Haranit Judaism. Karaites, Karaites, Judaism, the Karaites.org, Karaites, Jews. So there are different types of Judaism. So when they talk about rabbinical Judaism only, you got to be careful with that because, I understand they want rabbinical Judaism to be the Judaism because of since, they took over and dominated, but it wasn't the only Judaism. And if you remember, one of the early brothers, his name was Haran. And yeah, so Haran, Judaism, it is there as well. Karaite. Judaism. And I just, forgive me if y'all hate Wikipedia. I think it's pretty helpful. Karaite Judaism, Romanized, Yehudat. Yehudi Karaite. Yahuda Karaite. Yahudat, or Karaism, is non-rabbinical Judaism. Oh, so you mean it ain't just the one with the rabbis? Well, how did the rabbinical Judaism take over? After they conquered the land and had Flavius Josephus writing new text. man. We're going to get into it. And in Eastern Europe, a separate Judaic ethno-religion characterized by the recognition of the written Tanakh alone as its supreme authority in halakha. So these people say the Tanakh and the Tanakh alone is the supreme authority on everything. The Tanakh, the Hebrew Bible, or the Tanakh, known in Hebrew as the Mikra, is the canonical collection of the Hebrew scriptures comprising the Torah, the Nevi'im, and the Ketuvim. So you have this one group who only recognizes the Bible, and this other group who recognizes the Talmud and the Midrash. And all of a sudden, the group who recognizes the Talmud and the Midrash are now in charge. How that happen? Did somebody take over the temple? Was there some violence? Moving on. Karaites believe that all of the divine commandments which were handed down to Moses by God were recorded within the Torah without any additional oral law or explanation, unlike mainstream rabbinic Judaism, which regards the oral Torah codified in the Talmud and subsequent works as authoritative interpretations of the Torah. Karaite Jews do not treat the written collections of the oral tradition in the Midrash or the Talmud as binding, meaning they don't follow those laws. They don't respect the Talmud. But we gonna get there. We gonna get there. I hope y'all getting some edification out of this. In Torah lived 70 years and begat Abram, Nahor, and Haran. Haran. Quran, Quran. The Quran, Quran, or Quran. Put an A here. Come on, y'all. Central religious text of Islam, believed by Muslims to be a revelation directly from God, organized in 114 chapters, which consist of individual verses. Besides its religious significance, it is widely regarded as the finest work in Arabic literature. It has significantly influenced the Arabic language. It is also the object of a modern field of academic studies known as Quranic studies. Muslims believe that the Quran was orally revealed. Come on. Oh, they believe it's Torah? Oh, snap. Don't start, Ghetto. By God, to the final Islamic prophet Muhammad through his angel Jibril. May the peace and blessings of Allah be upon Prophet Muhammad, Messenger Muhammad, through the angel Jibril, incrementally over a period of some 23 years. There we go with these numbers, beginning at the night of power when Muhammad was 40 and concluding in 632 and concluding in 632, 2 times 3 is the year of his death. Muslims regard the Quran as Muhammad's most important miracle. Interesting. And proof of his prophethood. Interesting. And the culmination of a series of divine messages, starting with those revealed to the first Islamic prophet Adam, including the Islamic holy books of the Torah, Psalms, and Gospel. Guys, what are we talking about? The Islamic holy books of the Torah. The Torah, also known as the Torah. Y'all don't see this? Y'all don't see this? Or the Torah, named for the Torah, within the context of the Islamic holy book, believed by Muslims to have been given by God to the prophets and messengers among his children of Israel. In the Quran, the word Tarat occurs 18 times. When referring to the traditions of the Tarat, Muslims have not only identified it with the Pentateuch, the 5 books of Moses, but also with the other books of the Hebrew Bible, as well. No, stop. What? Why, guys? Why? Just why? Indeed, we sent down the Torah, in which was guidance and light. The prophets who submitted to God judged by it for the Jews, as did the rabbis and the scholars. I wonder if this was Sadducees or Sanhedrin in earlier versions. Interesting. So do not fear the people, but fear me, and do not exchange my verses for a small price. And whoever does not judge by what God has revealed, then it is worse than those who are disbelievers. Guys, y'all see this? Now, these are the generations of Terah. Terah begot Abram, and Nahor, and Haran begat Lot. And Haran died before his father Terah in the land of his nativity in Ur of the Chaldees. And we're going to read a book that's going to blow your mind about Ur. Where is Ur? Where is Ur really? Where was Ur of the Chaldees really? Didn't the boat of Noah Land in the Caucasus? Isn't the Caucasus in Europe at the Russian steppe? No, it's not. Where's it at then? Oh, the Caucasus Mountains. I'm going to just dog walk y'all with Wikipedia today. The Caucasus Mountains. Aerial view of the Caucasus Mountains. Peak Mount Elbrus. Mount Elbrus. Mount Ebru. List is the 7 summits, man. Russia, Georgia, Azerbaijan. Russia, Georgia, and Azerbaijan. And Armenia, Eurasia. Oh, snap.
My gosh.
So where is of the satellite image of the Caucasus Mountain region? So where's of the Chaldees really? Georgia, Armenia, the Greater Caucasus Mountains. The Greater Caucasus Mountains, the Russian Federation. So these are Russian, the Karachay, the Chechnya, Caspian Sea, the Black Sea, Armenia Plateau, Turkey. It's nobody's business but the Turks. Istanbul's Constantinople. Istanbul's Constantinople. Istanbul's not Constantinople. Old New York was once New Amsterdam. Why they changed it, I can't say. People just like it better that way. There's a lot of hidden history going on here, guys, and y'all not paying attention. Armenia, Iran, Turkey, Azerbaijan, Georgia, the Russian steppe. This is the Russian steppe, as they would call it. The Russian steppe, S-T-E-E-P, or the Russian steppe, where so many people got slaughtered and obliterated during that Christian Holocaust. But we don't like to talk about that. We like to talk about some alleged small hat Holocaust, but we don't like to talk about what happened on the Russian steppes. What happened to all those Christian people over there? We don't like to talk about that. We don't like to talk about that. We don't like to talk about it. But it's true. It happened. Happened by the millions. Persecution of Christians in the Eastern Bloc. After the October Revolution, there was a movement within the Soviet Union to unite all of the people of the world under the communist rule known as world communism. Communism was interpreted by Vladimir Lenin. I'm going to jump ahead a little bit. Treatment of the Christians. Very soon after the October Revolution. Forgive me, guys. I'm really trying to just get ahead to a particular part. So don't mind me for jumping all through this. I just wanted you guys to see how crazy this got here during the Bolshevik Revolution. Maybe I should just look up the Bolshevik Massacre. That'll probably be faster, right? You see, Bolshevik Massacre. The Red Terror. Let's see. 50,000 to 6. This is a crazy estimate, guys. First of all, I've seen it higher than this in the several million, but we'll go with this, right? We'll go with this. Let's see. This is crazy. Parental advisory, man. Strong imagery on the screen. Parental advisory, man. Millions. Some numbers is 20 million, 30 million Christians were slaughtered by the Russians. Completely slaughtered by the Russians and the Ukrainians. Corpses of hostages executed by Cheka in 1918 in the basement of Tupovan's house in Kherson, Ukrainian SSSR, the Black Book of Communism. Dumped by Bolshevist executors into the Black Sea. Corpses of victims during the Red Terror. Corpses of victims of the Palermo Forest Massacre. Bolsheviks carried out by the Bolsheviks at the end of the 1918 to the beginning of 1919 in the occupied Rakvere in Estonia. Man, they were massacring people, man. They were massacring people. Whew. 800 enemies been shot and 6,000 in prison casualties. First 2 months were between 10 and 15. That guys, man, I'll leave it alone for right now because that's not what we here to talk about. But I just thought it was interesting. It's part of, you know what I mean, all the violence and bloodshed that is going on. Man. But let's get back to our readings. Sarai took Abram his son and Lot the son of Haran and his sons and Sarai his daughter-in-law and his son Abram's wife. And he went forth with them from Ur of the Chaldees to go into the land of Canaan, and they came to Haran and dwelt there. And the days of Terah were 205 days, and Terah died in Haran. Can't make this up. Hope you guys are getting as much enjoyment out of this as I am in sharing this little bit of tidbit of information that I have been blessed to, learn over the years. And please, as always, guys, you know how to reach me. Let me put my ticker at the bottom so it can float. There you go. His ghetto point of view at gmail.com. His ghetto point of view at gmail.com. Also, the IGs are there. Wow, yes, that was fast. No, but all seriousness, guys, feel free to tap in whenever you have. Okay. Now, Lord said unto Abram, get thee out of thy country. We're in Genesis 12:1 now. Get thee out of thy country and from thy kindred and from thy father's house and onto a land that I will show thee. Actually, I may have to pause this right here because I don't want to have to rush through this, and I need to keep this under 60. So, gang, it's only 20 verses. Let's see. And I will make thee a great nation. Yeah, this is not going to make thee of a great nation, and I will bless thee and make thy name great, and thou shalt be a blessing. And I will bless them that bless thee and curse them that curse thee. And in thee shall all families of the earth be blessed. And so Abram departed as the Lord has spoken unto him, and Lot went with him. And Abram was 75 years old when he departed out of Haran. And Abram took Sarai his wife and Lot his brother's son and all their substance, and they gathered and the souls that they had gotten into Haran, and they went forth to go into the land of Canaan. And into the land of Canaan they came, and Abram passed through the land and onto a place of Shechem and the plain of Moreh, and the Canaanites was then in the land. And the Lord appeared unto Abram and said, unto thy seed will I give this land, and there builded he an altar on the Lord whom had appeared to him. And he removed from thence onto the mountain, the east of Bethel, and pitched his tent, having Bethel onto the west and Hai onto the east. And there he builded an altar unto the Lord and called upon the name of the Lord. And Abram journeyed, going on still toward the south. And there was a famine in the land, and Abram went down into Egypt to sojourn there, for the famine was grievous in the land. I'm going to leave it there, gang. We'll go back into chapter 12 in the next one. Love and respect. Enjoy the rest of your Shabbat. Peace.